Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, my name is Chris and today we're diving into the Spicy Sriracha palette by Peachy Queen. Guys, I have been hyped for a long time because I've been waiting for this palette to arrive. This took a while to get to me only because of everything happening with, COVID-19. And once it's shipped, it got to my house super fast. So really excited that it's here. If you don't know what this is inspired by, it is inspired by the hot sauce. Okay, I like this hot sauce. It's not my favorite hot sauce, but at the end of the day, I love hot sauce. So when I saw this palette, I was like, mine. Here's the palette up close. This costs $30, by the way, on her site. I do have a discount code. It is ChrisMo. It can save you 15%. You don't have to use it, but it will save you some coin at checkout. In the back of this palette, it gives some information like it is cruelty-free, paraben-free, mineral oil-free. It has a 12-month shelf life, 24 grams worth of product, and it contains talc and mica. The sleeve is the same exact thing as the front and back of the palette, by the way, in case you don't like to keep sleeves. When you open it up, you have the 12 shadows and a nice size mirror. You can fold it all the way back. Here are the colors up close. Tell me what you guys think down below of this color story. So here are the pre-recorded swatches. The palette has 7 shimmers and 5 mattes. These are one-time swatches. The shimmers feel really buttery. The mattes feel smooth. So let me show you guys some swatches. Right now, we're going to take It's Lit. Let's take Zesty, Flamin', and Keep It Spicy. Yes. Well, here they are on my fingers. Put them right here. Goes 1, 2, 3, 4. I hate pinky swatches. I hate when I do that, but there they are. So pretty. Ugh. Now I do want to show you guys something. These two together, I want to show them swatched side by side because they are pretty similar. Here is Blazed. And then this one is what? Red Hot, right? Look at them right there. They are really close. This reminds me of the Street Taco palette that I just recently reviewed where it was a very, very close shade where the undertones are just slightly different. Similar situation. I do wish that this one had been like a darker red, but it is still pretty and I did use it today, so I'm not mad at it. Next I want to show you Fire and Saucy. Saucy, by the way, feels a little bit more on the oily kind of baked shadow side versus the other shimmers. This is Saucy. And then this one is, what is this called? Fire. Right here. Fire is a matte and Saucy is a shimmer, but they look identical in terms of the color. They're just different finishes. Wanted to let you guys know that too. Today I use 5 brushes, a bunch from Morphe and one of them from Alamar Cosmetics. As usual, I start off my eye look by laying down some Kylie Cosmetics concealer in the shade of Maple and patting it in with the Juno Co sponge. Using my M222 brush, I dip into the Red Hot shadow, which is a matte. I tap that on my lid and I kick it out into a wing. Obviously, it is pigmented. I was so happy to see that, and it's definitely not patchy. Using the same brush, I went into It's Lit. This is the shadow that I wanted to see the most out of all the other shadows, and it did not disappoint. That orange is so vibrant and it's beautiful. So I went ahead and I put that right above Red Hot, and then blending them together, that's what really did it for me for this palette. Blending them together was so easy and quick. The next shadow I went into using the same brush was Zesty. Zesty, just like the rest of them, is pigmented. It showed up. It was really pretty. I actually put too much of it to the point where I overpowered It's Lit. So later on, I did go back in just a little bit just to bring in that color. That happens when you blend. You can lose the color if you put too much shadow. I'm still learning, guys, so be patient. Either way, the pigment is there. The shadows are gorgeous. Next, I took my Alamar Cosmetics brush and I went ahead and I cut my crease. I went all the way out, guys, today. I went dramatic. Most of the time I go dramatic, so you guys are probably used to that by now. And then, of course, I patted that down before going into the shade Hot Mama. And I used the JH41 brush for that. Dry with the shadow. Now, to be honest, as a shimmer, because that's what it looks like in the pan. It looks like a shimmer, and in the swatch it looks like a shimmer. It's not as reflective. I would say it's more satin. That's the only critique I have about this palette. I still love the shadow. It's pigmented. It's there. It might have showed up different with a wet brush or with my finger, but with a dry brush, it looked a little bit closer to satin. Not a bad thing, but if you're looking at this palette, you're like, oh my god, that's a red shimmer, that is important for me to let you know. Using the same brush right next to Hot Mama, I went in with a Flamin'. That orange shimmer is everything. thing in this palette. I love it. Honestly, next to It's Lit, that is my favorite shadow in this palette. To finish off the lid, I went in with Keep Is Spicy, which is another stunning shimmer in this palette. It showed up really quickly. I didn't have to go in too many times. For my inner corner highlight, I went in with the M326 brush with Light It Up dry brush once again. Tapped it and put it right in the inner corner of my eye, and bam. Moving on to my lower lash line, I went back in with the JH41 brush, except this time I took Fuego and I put that from the back of my lash line all the way towards the center of my lash line because I wanted to leave room for blaze, and I filled in the rest of my lower lash line. Next, I went in with my M507 brush and I went in with Fire. I went ahead and ran that under both Fuego and Blaze. Lastly, I went back into the M326 brush, but this time with Spicy. I wanted to take that to put on my brow bone because it is a really pretty highlight. I had to put that on my cheekbones, so I went in with my highlighter brush, in with Spicy, dry, and it looks like I could be seen from outer space. She could make this in a huge pan and sell that bad boy for a highlighter. She should totally do that. Next, I went ahead with my Glam Light Calligrapher liner and, of course, the Tarte Big Ego mascara. My lashes today is from Glam Light. It is the Margarita Pisa lashes. I love Glam Light's band. It's just so comfortable, easy to put on. Anywho, that's the look that I created today. Let me know your thoughts down below, you guys. Let me know what you think of the Spicy Sriracha palette by Peachy Queen. Let me know if you are thinking about getting it or if you're thinking about saving your coin for a different palette. Next video, it's gonna be insane, guys. Insane. I'm really excited about it. I'm not even gonna say anything more about it, but you'll see. I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.